Is that we're live?
What? How did you know that?
Well, I know what the best about it.
Well, did Space tell you?
Well, Space, let's find out. Space, did you tell me? Space, did you?
What?
Did you tell me?
Well, Space, did you?
Did you?
What?
I mean, Glitchy McGee over here. Okay, I just answered the question.
Yeah, it's really not that complicated. We're really making it as simple as possible for you here, Space.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, it's a yes or no question.
So what's your answer?
Needed.
Well, that's definitely not an answer to a yes or no question.
Yeah, no.
Well, if you're Australian, that means no.
Ooh. Well, what if
Nah.
you're Minnesota?
No.
Space, are you from Minnesota?
Oh, he has to be.
What?
Have you ever
I
been?
forgot the rest of the reference, but he's gotta be.
Have you ever been?
Oh,
to
I
Minnesota?
know. Space, what are your thoughts on the Vikings? Do you think they're cool? Or they're lame? Or any thoughts whatsoever you could share? Like, do you celebrate Leif Erikson Day, for example?
What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. Hing-a-ding-a-darg-it, or whatever. Does that sound familiar to you?
Wow, Kamui, you said that even faster than I could do anything.
Oh,
Are
before you
you
could say Barf and Newton?
You too.
But yeah, Space, thoughts on the Vikings?
This is a terrible intro to this Boruto stream.
I had no opinion.
Space, that is not true.
What do you
You have
mean?
thoughts about them. Whether they're bland and boring, you have thoughts.
No.
To be fair, Kamui, thoughts are different from opinions.
Not on my butt, Space.
No.
Okay, Kamui,
Right,
to
well,
me,
Space-
hang on. That was the exact inflection as Consuela from Family Guy saying no, the way Space just said it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well,
no.
Space, would you say you and Consuela are similar?
I don't know that.
Well, do you think
Well,
that
Space, since you're
Consuelo is
so
Viking?
confident in your thoughts and everything, why don't you go ahead and tell us what the first topic is?
Diabito. Diabolical. Oh my god.
You're talking quite a big game over here, like, jeez.
That sound like you, Tommy. That always been you. You always been the bit taught to heal.
Well, what
I have an
game
idea.
have I talked?
I have an idea for a first topic.
Well, is it related to the Vikings?
What?
Well, okay, Angus, now that you've finally made your appearance, you might as well tell us what your thoughts on the Vikings are.
Well,
What the
as a football team, they're all right. But as a historical brand of pirates, they're fucking cool.
Well, Angus.
Oh yeah, he's from Minnesota, no doubt.
Angus, is that a opinion from someone who happens to reside in Minnesota, or an opinion from someone who doesn't happen to reside in Minnesota?
I happen to not reside in Minnesota at the moment, but I do.
Well,
like
at the moment,
Minnesota.
okay. So, have you resided in Minnesota at any point?
I'm not going to get into details on that one.
That's fine, but just yes or no. Have you resided in Minnesota at any point?
We're not asking for the
Depends
details.
on how you define resided, my good friend.
Well, use the definition you were thinking when you said resided the first time.
Under that definition, I would say
What,
You know,
what is the
I'll just
definition we're
clarify. It's
working
really
with here? 'Cause
not a
you really put a lot of thought
complicated
into that one.
question.
Yeah, so what is your definition we're working with here? 'Cause you
I
seem
have
to be skirting
visited-
the line.
I have visited Minnesota, and I like it.
Well,
It's
did you
cool.
ever stay there for 24 hours or more?
I stayed there for more than 24 hours.
Okay, okay. There might be something to it, Oodie.
Okay,
It was the
okay.
it was the vacation.
Well, Angus, since you were in Minnesota, what did you
Yeah.
think of the Vikings that were there?
Yeah. So, what changed in your opinion of the Vikings during your time at Minnesota?
I was so young when I was there that the Vikings as a concept, either as a football team or as a historical concept, was not even in my mind. So my
But
opinion didn't
what
change one way or the
impression,
other.
when you look back and you think back to your time at Minnesota,
Yes.
what is it saying to you about Vikings?
Blonde. I just think of the logo for the football team with
Are
the
they from
blonde Viking.
Minnesota?
The guy?
Hold on a second.
I
Why? It is a good topic.
Well, Space, we were hoping you could tell us.
Minnesota.
Shut
Oh my
up.
god! Oh my god,
Yes,
Oodie,
blonde.
I just double checked. It is the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, it's the blonde guy. Yeah.
No. What I'm emphasizing is it's the Minnesota Vikings.
What about that? What about the emphasis?
Wow. There's clearly something to it.
Why do you pull up Pokemon?
I mean, it
I
sounds
don't-
accurate.
I don't know what you're getting at, Kamui.
Well, why you well, hold on. Why are you putting all the blame on me?
Because you're a bit head. Yeah, a bit head. You know that? You always had
Well,
a bit head.
Well, space. I mean, I'm
I mean,
just
you're
very
being a bit
curious.
wrong.
What
Ooh.
makes you think Minnesota is only
Oh,
me?
yeah.
You know, shout out
Minnesota.
Yodo.
Okay.
Nah, there are no try. There only yet. And the yet is a threaten, and I'm saying no to.
Well, I didn't ask you a yes or no question that time, but I'm glad that you're finally answering the first question with confidence.
Nah, it needs.
Minnesota.
You know, Kamui, I also just realized another thing. This confirms the existence of Minnesota in Pokemon.
It
How
What
does.
so?
the hell is that about?
How does it do that?
Well, it depends on your perspective.
It's a matter of
Tommy.
perspective, really.
Well, Tommy,
Let's
your
just say-
opinion's good.
Let's just say the words Minnesota and Vikings have a very strong relationship in the Pokemon universe.
What?
Okay.
I mean, Pokemon had
Yeah.
everything to do with everything. They're literally a god in Pokemon.
There's a
Everything-
very powerful bond between those two words in the Pokemon universe.
No,
In
shut
Pokemon.
up.
Ass is certain of their bond. He's certain
you may-
that relationship does indeed exist.
You man, add out your own.
It's the main character of the story space. I mean, who
You know
else
what?
but to share
You know-
the themes than the main character?
Well,
You know what?
beyond
If I
that,
was,
Ash is
if I was
presented
Nick
as
Connor-
narratively correct in this movie. You know, depending on the English versus the Japanese meaning, but narratively correct nonetheless.
See, that was what was
Yeah.
getting me. I wasn't sure if if the Minnesota Vikings thing has like such a strong connection or connotation with Pokemon in only the English dub, or if this is
Well,
also
hold on.
in
What
the
makes you
dub.
say it's only in the English dub?
I didn't finish saying what I was saying. I wasn't sure if it was only in the English dub or in the sub as well.
Okay.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
Angus, that additional context you added changed literally nothing to what Kamui said. It was just as valid with or without that tidbit at the end.
No, because I gave a second option.
well, Angus, do you think it's English dub only, or do you think it's in both?
I don't know.
Well, luckily for you, I didn't ask if you know. I asked what you think.
If I don't know, then what I think is irrelevant, I would say, about this very topic.
Okay. Let's not learn from Fabrino on things that we shouldn't learn from Fabrino, Angus.
Uh-huh.
And to be fair, Angus, we aren't asking you what you would say. We're asking you what you are going to say.
Well, I think
We're
it's
not asking what you would
probably
say if you did know. We're asking you what you think, under the premise that you don't know.
under the premise that I don't know. What I think is that it's probably only in the dub.
And what makes you say that?
Because I feel like I could be mistaken here, but I feel like in Japan the connection between Minnesota and the Vikings probably isn't as strong as it is with the team that did the English dub, like
so that's interesting you say that,
studio.
because okay, so it's not as strong. So from your perspective,
But it is there.
not just there, it's strong.
Wrong.
It's just not as strong.
You know, it might not be Kage level, but it's Shoni level strong.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say it's that strong. It's like maybe Genin level at best.
Well,
It might even still be in the academy.
What if I told you that Genin are incredibly important to the Naruto story?
They're the king.
We're not talking about Naruto. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Look, Naruto's Japanese, right?
I meant like the average Genin, like your your bog standard, like freshly minted out of the academy.
Well,
Genin.
Angus, but see, the problem there is every generation is always stronger than the last, so the Genin are stronger than the Jonin.
Well, that's the problem.
Every member of the next generation, by the way, surpasses every member of the previous generation without fail.
It's a scientific law in the Naruto universe.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
that is the reason why Cho Cho is stronger than Jigen.
What's that one law where it's
the next generation surpasses the last law?
No. The
Newton's third law of next generation surpasses the last.
Yeah, you know, with the only exception being Kakuzu, despite what Kakashi says immediately after that fight, by the way.
Oh wait, no.
It's where's Naruto for a reason.
I love how that's the hill Noodles dies on, by the way. Because of what I just said.
Every year. Hang on. I'm gonna have it. Moore's Law. It's Moore's Law. That's what I was thinking. It's like Moore's Law. Do you know what Moore's Law is?
Yeah, that's Sod's Law.
Huh?
Sod's Law, yeah.
Kamui, do you know what Moore's Law is?
As soon as you say it, I'll remember. I know it exists. I have very vague remembrance of it, but off the top of my head, no, I can't tell you exactly what it is. But as soon as you say it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it was.
It's the law where it's the quote unquote law. It's not a real law. It's the formula. It's the theorem. That's the better way to put it. Actually, it's Moore's theorem. It's like the theorem that the power of processors doubles each year, essentially.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh my god.
It. Sound familiar?
Based on that fact,
I was thinking of Murphy's Law. My bad.
Okay,
yeah.
That one is another one where I'm like, I remember it, but can't quite put my finger on it right now.
Murphy's thingy, I would also call a theorem and not a law.
Yeah, yours is the economics thing. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we can all agree at this point, Minnesota and Japan are just like one and the same.
Wait, hang on. It's Moore's Law or theorem. I'm going to go by theorem.
Some would argue they're synonymous,
the observation, It's the observation that the number of transistors in an integrated circuit doubles about every 2 years, and thus projection of a historical trend rather than a law of physics. It's an empirical relationship. It is it's an experience curve. Blah 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 blah. Gordon Law. Gordon Moore.
Well, speaking of double, Angus. Speaking of double, Kamui, I was hoping you could take it away.
Yeah, so Delta doesn't scale comparably to Karma double upgrade Kawaki. When she was previously portrayed as relative to limited Kawaki. I need to restart here because you moved it on me to completely messed up my flow.
To be fair, I'm completely just pulling you out of the blue. You weren't expected to do a topic, let alone this one. You don't even know what topic
I don't even know.
This might be like a part 2 or 3 to whatever this is.
I was gonna say, to be honest, I don't think this is the beginning of the topic.
We
also have read this one.
Oh my god. Okay, to be fair, that last part is your fault, that bad.
Yeah, I know, that's funny. But I'm just like looking at this, like, I'm pretty sure we've done this because I kept it was the rewrite and the rewrite and the rewrite one.
Oh my god.
Actually, I have a different idea for first topic. Because like the Boruto stuff will probably take a while. Oodie, did you want to get into the math thing?
Sure. You're gonna have to remind me, but I was right.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this might also take a while, but I'm feeling like this will take shorter.
Well, Kamui, I was hoping that you
could
be a judge for this one. So, okay, I remember what it is. So go ahead, Angus, present your argument.
Should I go back and yeah? Let me go back. Chat. Boy. So I think you actually replied to something I said.
Yeah.
And you were like, we need to get back to this on stream, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, take it away.
Yeah, sorry.
How long ago was this?
This was like
this here. This number's a theoretical thing.
Yeah.
Right
this was like a couple of... Oh, do you have it?
Okay. It's coming up.
I should have.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. We could discuss numbers and whether they're tangible or not. Yeah. And then that's you laughing. Yeah, that was you laughing.
Yeah. So Angus's perspective is that numbers are an intangible concept, and that's it.
Yeah, well, it's that. So, if you hang on, let me actually. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go find it myself. So I was scrolling through it on my phone, but I'm just gonna give me 1 second. Sorry about taking so long.
I said, this is me saying. Okay, so you said numbers.
Okay, real quick. I want you to just go to the top right message there. It's what Angus wrote. You can't reach out and grab the number 5, you say. I'm pretty sure we can do a quick Google search to prove that one wrong.
Exactly. So, Kamui, I'm glad that you say that. So let me see if there's any 5s here in particular.
Oh, yeah, there is. Well, hold on. Yeah, there is in the group.
Okay, well, too late. There you go. But
these people are all touching the number 5.
Yeah. Someone holding 5.
No, that's a balloon in the shape of the number 5.
So we're gonna get into that, but first we'll go through this. So, I don't know where I was, but
but you were on the left, I guess.
Yeah, but I clicked this and it moved me to wherever.
I don't know why you clicked it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to like go back to where I was unless I just find it again. That might have been it. I don't know where I've lost everything now, but.
Well, no, you can just click on the one above it. Just keep going above. Like you have this, and then click on the one above it.
Yeah, that works.
See, I wish you could do the reverse. It would be really nice, but no, Discord's stupid like that.
Yeah. So, Certain B said numbers themselves are theoretical, and Angus, you said.
You have it up. Numbers aren't theoretical; they're just intangible. Yeah.
And so then I said, in theory. To be fair, Numbers are tangible. Their meaning is intangible.
Well, I mean,
Can I
arguably,
respond to
even
that?
their meaning can be tangible. If you have 5 cookies and you touch all of them, you are touching the meaning of that 5.
You're touching 5 cookies, but you're not touching the number
Well, that
5
is the meaning,
itself, the
though.
concept.
Just like that.
Exactly. So, Angus, what do you think the number 5 is?
Oh shit. No.
However you want to answer
Okay.
that.
What? Oh, it's in
Go
the
ahead,
oh.
Mr. Shore McGee.
Oh, because that was okay. What was the question? Oh, here
What
we go.
is the number 5?
And
Oh,
feel free
you're
to
in
just read
chat.
this off since we're talking about number 5 here anyways.
How come I'm trying to?
Well, Angus, it's your own words.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, this is a fundamental misunderstanding of the word tangible. Tangible means able to be touched. You can't touch a number. So when I say you can't touch a number, what I mean is like a number in and of itself, the concept of like the number. You can't touch a concept.
Well, Kamui's
Well, hold
debunked
on.
you.
Can we not touch the number 5, or can we not touch the concept of the number 5?
Exactly.
Because those are 2 different things.
And also, it would just go against exactly what I've already pre-established.
I think a better word for it would be like numbers are abstracta, which is like a class of intangible.
Well, no, I can touch something
objects.
that's abstract.
Okay, like what?
An abstract painting. I
Yeah.
can touch that, and it is
But
abstract.
It's an abstract painting isn't the same thing as an abstracta. An abstracta is like.
Is abstract a noun, or is it only an adjective?
Define.
I don't think you can just say there is. We have an abstract with us today. That just sounds wrong.
Yeah. Okay. It's oh dear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you can definitely touch abstract things.
Yeah. I mean,
This guy's doing it on screen.
If you define abstract, it's defined as existing in thought or as an idea, but not having a physical or concrete existence. So that's abstract. That's the definition for abstract. So an abstracta, as like an abstract thing, is like a concept that exists purely in the mind.
Okay, well then, okay. First of all, without even looking this up to confirm, that just means everyone uses abstract like wrong. Because the moment you say it out loud, it's no longer just of the mind. The moment you draw the painting, it's no longer just of the mind. Like the moment you share it with the world, it's not abstract anymore.
Might as well just be genjutsu at that point.
Yeah.
Genjutsu.
So, Angus, getting back to your point here.
You're right. If I can get back to my...
Yeah, so what is the number 5 again?
So... Oh god, did I... Hang on.
Well, rather than hanging on, could you just get on with it?
Yeah, so back to... Oh shit, I just... Oh. Okay. This is a fundamental misunderstanding. Yeah, so you said numbers, to be fair, numbers are tangible. Their meaning is intangible.
I did say that.
Well, Angus, I hate to interrupt, but it seems like you're not answering the question at hand.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting lost in the sauce. What is the question?
This was your topic, by the way, Angus.
Yeah, exactly. So, what is the number 5?
The number 5.
What is it?
The number 5 is the number between the number 4 and the number 6.
All right, so that didn't help you make your case at all. So, if it's my turn now. So as Kamui was describing, you can have 5 cookies, and that in and of itself has a meaning. You know, the Egyptians, they used to count things using methodology such as this, but we have a representation for this meaning itself. So it's gone from abstract to a clear physical thing. Not just that, but you can represent this with real-world objects. So no, Angus, this is not a balloon that happens to naturally just so form the shape of a 5. This is the number 5 made from a balloon material. Its purpose, its meaning, the idea behind its creation was always, from its conception, to be the number 5. The material has no... In fact, I'd go as far as to say the material itself has no necessity of being what it is for the representation of the 5.
Yeah,
the person here, their intentionality is not to hold a balloon, it's to hold the number 5.
Yeah. It's actually worse than that. It's not just a balloon in the shape of the number 5. It's the Arabic numeral for 5.
Well, if you're going with the old-timey speech, then I suppose so. But, you know, in the big 2026, as Sage of Thickheads would say, I don't know about that.
I don't know where specifically that was from, but that was funny when you put the very beginning of that message you're referencing was really funny. the way it started in particular is what really got me.
Because you could just tell.
Misunderstanding of thinking. You know, you might be right about
misunderstanding of thinking.
I wonder what the edit was.
It just said us, not it. This.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Was that the end of the conversation, or was there more? I thought there was more.
I think there might have been more, but it's the end for our purposes, I suppose.
I suppose so. Yeah. Okay. Well, Angus, now that you've been thoroughly proven wrong, how embarrassed are you?
In my head, not very.
Well, I'm glad you specified. I'm glad you specified it as head. That only makes my point stronger. By doing that, you've essentially agreed with me.
Well, because I was never very committed to this topic.
You were committed enough to say, we're starting with this topic before anything else.
As a matter of fact, you interrupted us from starting with something else to do that topic.
That's how committed you were.
And on top of that, your reasoning of saying the Boruto stuff is going to take long goes out the window when you said this might take just as long. This was your priority.
What I meant was I was never very intellectually committed.
So what you're saying is your position was stupid.
It wasn't an intellectual stance.
I wouldn't say my position was stupid. I was just never very intellectually committed to it.
Well, now that we're all on the same page,
I think now's the perfect time to do that Cho Cho rant.
Oh my god, that's the real reason you wanted to stream tonight, isn't it?
Well, actually, no, but I happened to see it when I was scrolling down from where you went. Say I've got a bone, maybe.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do got a bone because I don't know if you put a
just do search got
apostrophe.
A bone. That was a great way to start that. Okay. we're gonna have to alternate bit by bit here because this is pretty long. But I've got a bone to pick with Cho Cho. 2 bones, in fact. Technically, this applies to Shikanai and Inojin too, but Cho Cho works better for the explanation.
And yes, I know we complain about the power scaling 3 times a day, but I haven't. But I have 2 completely different reasons why this is a problem.
Let's start with the lighter one, the one that's more just power scaling based and nothing else.
So, 1. Anime Cho Cho is stronger than manga Cho Cho. In part 1, at least. I say this because she only has more feats in the anime, all of which are far better, and she can activate butterfly mode on command in the anime, where she's never once used in the manga, no matter the situation. So I'm gonna pause right there and just say, on my rewatch, in fact, so a couple things. I wrote a couple things down. So let me just type in from me.
It's funny. It's funny because they kind of upskill Cho Cho, but then they downskill Sarada by giving her only the 2 Tomoe. So it's kind of funny.
So technically, Cho Cho lost against Garaga. We're gonna actually bring that up.
Oh, spicy!
Yeah, so Cho Cho is at least less than Garaga in her team fight. Okay, so this was crazy to me. So keeping in mind 2 Blue Vortex with the Mamushi exploding the head thing, Cho Cho with a much larger expanded fist, by the way. So near the beginning of the Mitsuki Retrieval arc, when Boruto and Sarada fight Inochika Cho Cho uses her expanded fist to slap Boruto shadow clothes, and those clothes don't pop until they slam against the tree behind them. Keeping in mind, that's not what happened with Mamushi. Mamushi didn't have his head explode when he hit a house behind him. Cho Cho exploded Mamushi's head. I understand.
A smother fist.
I understand. Part 1 Cho Cho versus 2 Blue Vortex Cho Cho. A couple years later, you can be stronger. That's fine. Still ridiculous. Again, it was a bigger fist, exponentially so, versus Boruto than it was versus Mamushi.
I'm also looking at this. You wrote, crazy how Chunin exams round 2 Cho Cho has super expansive jutsu, yet uses human boulder for the first time versus Shinki.
Yeah, so that was the second thing I was going to get into, is that's just ridiculous. Like, she's actually bigger than the buildings in Konoha by, like, a significant margin. And that she just, like, grabs the flag, which is, like, the smallest toothpick in the world to her at that point. So, it's like... Yeah. Is this gonna, like...
When I first read that, I thought you meant, like, the second Chunin exams, but I realize what you're saying now. You mean in the second round of the first Chunin exams. She has that.
Yeah.
Why does she learn these jutsu in such a weird order?
The second round, that was the so the first round was the quiz, and the second round was the capture the flag, right? Oh yeah, she was enormous. I remember. Yeah, she was huge in that.
Yeah, where are you gonna?
I do remember it now that you're mentioning it. Like,
yeah, I know,
can
right?
already imagine it.
Yeah, so keep in mind, she can do that. Does she do that at any other point at all, ever?
Why wouldn't she do that? I don't think so.
Okay, she doesn't do it versus Mamushi, that's for sure.
She doesn't grow nearly that big versus Mamushi. She's small potatoes compared to all these Jenny.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
my god. Oh my god.
And mind you, that's only her, like, upper half.
I know, she's taller than the building. Like, she's clearly standing on, like, the ground, like the street of Konoha. That's just ridiculous. That's how, like, you can see the mountains in the background. So she's probably standing from the ground, taller than the Hokage Stone Monument. Like, this would be, like, theoretically,
just do, like, simple, like, look, she's in the distance. She's farther away. But, like, let's just pretend she's not. Shikanai would be about the height of her, like, forearm. Ignoring the fact that she's in the distance, she's actually way bigger. But let's just assume Shikanai is her forearm in height. That still means she's, like, 10 times bigger than her.
Well, we actually have like a pretty fair comparison here. I don't know why the flag is red, but whatever reason, it's like the same flag as like all the other flags. This is the flag in comparison. We see how big it is.
actually, yeah.
So it's the flag's
Also,
about
the
as
flag is
tall
further-
as them.
You know, the flag is further away.
So this is like she's like holding a cubit in her hand here. The equivalent.
If I recall correctly, the red flags were for like those were the ones you capture, and the white ones were the ones you defend. If I recall correctly.
I thought I just had one. No, I thought there was just one team has a red, one team has a white. You got to capture the other person's flag.
It might have been that.
Here, there's a flag right here.
I don't know.
Okay,
There are many different permutations of capture the flag.
Well, either way, there's.
I can't remember exactly which one they went with.
Yeah.
Well, either way, yeah, Cho Cho's huge. She can like pinch you in her fingertips here.
So,
You know, if she did this versus Mamushi, I could accept her like exploding his head. You know, she'd be squishing him like a bug. You know, frankly, why didn't they do it? Considering all the bug puns, she should be squishing him like a bug.
Okay, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, that's perfect.
Like, but mind you, one of the first things Choji says in the Forest of Death is, "It's smashing like a bug, human boulder." Like, you know, it's in the canon, bro. Just copy what he says.
Wait, what is that? When did he say that?
Versus Dosu, I think, or actually, I can't remember if he says it versus Zaku or Dosu, but he says it. I think he says it versus Dosu in the prelims, actually. But either way.
I can't remember that line. That would be a good line for like the NC Hammer trivia thingy that you guys do.
You might as well put it there, Kamui. You might as well.
Yeah, I'll say, who was Choji gonna smash like a bug?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, who?
Or
yeah.
just put like maybe like what jutsu smashes someone like a bug. That might be obvious, but maybe not.
No, you should do who was Choji gonna smash like a bug.
I'll do okay. Which jutsu is used to smash someone like a bug? And then the next question will be the other one.
Yeah, but you need to find out who it was because it might not have been because you don't even know if it was.
I'm pretty confident it's Dosu, to be honest, but I will double check.
Look it up. Yeah,
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to make sure you get that one right.
And then I'll just
okay.
Oh, this is her smashing him into the tree, and okay.
Yeah. So okay, so here's what happens here, right? So Boruto's fighting Cho. Again, this is episode 74. You can see timestamp 11:11. I'm gonna get you in one shot. Cho Cho's behind her, does this super expansion jutsu on her hand. Look how big, like the hand's bigger than the clones. She slaps the clones. The clones are still alive. Hits the tree and then, Bob, you can see the clones like recoil from hitting the tree. Like,
yeah, I imagine the animators, they knew exactly what they were doing. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get Boruto this huge upscale right here. They knew. They had to know. Of course they knew.
So that's the explanation for this.
Boruto upscale.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, considering other non-feats Boruto has, you know.
Oh, it's all. By the way, Oodie, it's Mitsuki disappearance arc, not Mitsuki retrieval arc. I mean, they end up retrieving Mitsuki becomes part of it, but it's called Mitsuki disappearance.
You say that like I'm gonna start calling it that.
No, I'm saying that so you can edit the text that was on screen where you wrote Mitsuki just retrieval, but you should also call it that.
Well, no, that's what I meant calling it that. That's going to continue calling it that.
Oh wait, I think he says it's thrash him, not smash him. Hold on.
Like a bug?
Oh.
1 second.
Thrash him like a bug.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send the link. 246 is the timestamp. Oh, what word is he using here? Well, what word do you think he's using? It's in chat.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see.
So you can see what I put there in chat.
Because I'm gonna change the wording, obviously, but like I can't tell. It's crash, thrash. It looks like there's an R in there. I don't think it's smash like I originally thought.
Oh,
yeah, go like
prelims. I thought it was gonna be.
Okay, I guess no. You're on the sub. That's why I go to dub.
Oh, yeah. Well, the sub and the dub have different They slightly changed things.
Well,
Well, just so you know, the NC Hammer trivia is English dub.
Oh, it's the dub. Okay, good.
99% of it, anyway.
That's how it should be. Yeah.
So is timestamp like 246?
Yeah, that's good right here. He'll
Okay.
just no.
Yeah,
We want it slightly before that. Go back 5 seconds because
Okay.
he's probably literally about to say it. Like, yeah, go there. Just go there.
This will protect my ears from his attacks and crush him like a bug!
That's definitely Crush.
That's Crush. He says crush him like a bug. Yeah.
Why not?
Because
100%.
like Ash, though, like Crash.
Nah,
Crush
it's
him like
Crush.
a
Oh, that's
bug.
Crush.
You can hear it.
Okay.
We'll do it again, but
This will protect my ears from his attacks and crush him like a bug!
nah, it's very clear.
I hear this like sound. It doesn't sound like Crush to
You
me.
need to get your ears
Kamui-
checked, Gavin.
Kamui, yeah, I was gonna say, Kamui, you might have some hearing problems. Also, what is the
I
sub
do
say?
have hearing problems, but like it just sounds like
Yeah, that's because of the hearing problems.
Glad we got down to the bottom of this.
I'm not hearing Crush.
Bro, I wonder how much either the animation of this was copied from Ben 10 or Ben 10 copied from this animation.
I doubt it. I think they just had similar power concepts.
It's not the power concept, it's the animation. It's like 1 for 1.
You know what? Actually, because it might have been because I know they did some like reanimating with on the dub or in the what was it, the Cartoon Network dub?
Oh, don't even get me started on the Cartoon Network dub.
Yeah, one of them. They might have borrowed that to like clean up, like maybe the original animation was not as good, and then they found the what's his name?
Well, you tell me. What's his name?
Fuck, I can't remember his name. Ben 10,
What is his name?
Alien.
Watch, he's gonna look up like Roly Poly guy or something.
Cannonbolt.
There you
Cannonbolt.
go.
That's his
Not
name.
gonna lie, Cannonbolt would beat
Okay,
Choji
can you
in a
look up
fight.
Roly Poly guy? I gotta see what this pulls up.
You want type in Ben 10? Because that's gonna pull it up. I'll just
No,
type in
just search Roly
guy.
Poly guy.
Yeah.
Are these the guys
Yeah,
you're looking for?
I wouldn't be surprised if they found Cannonbolt's animation and they were like, well, this is clearly better than the original animation, so we're just gonna insert that in there,
That's hilarious.
touch up the colors.
Just put the
make sure it's-
green color scheme on it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Ignore that
That
Naruto was
wouldn't
probably
surprise me
animated
one
first, but you know. But ignoring that, back to the Cho Cho rant.
You gotta search bone to pick.
Yeah. I'll just type out. Easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Cho Cho, the one below it's where we're at.
Oh, was it?
Cho Cho's best feat with butterfly mode, at least as far as I can remember, is putting up a close match against 2 Tomoe Sharingan Chidori Zarda. Good for Cho Cho.
that's
Like,
good.
honestly, good for her. But that's where she maxes out. Because remember, she lost. So that the match, you can argue, is 2 Tomoe Sharingan Chidori Zarda. Zarda then goes on to gain not
by the
only a
way-
third.
I hope you don't mind. The sub dialogue for that scene, for the Choji scene, is completely different. Just putting that out there. The sub dialogue
Which?
is completely different.
Cho Cho scene.
The Choji scene in the tuning exams where he goes crush a mega
Oh.
bug is completely different in the sub.
What does he say?
He says all I have to do is to prevent him from aiming at my ears, and then human boulder jutsu.
Hold on.
Hooray for big bones. It's completely different dialogue in the sub.
I would
Let's
expect it
see.
to be different. To be fair, that's not different. That was just
Well,
like the
actually,
before line.
well, yeah, you're missing. Hooray for Big Boned is the replacement.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that supposed to be replacing? Okay.
Yeah, because Japanese will say some things in different orders, so like that's clear. Because he says human boulder in the English too. He just says crush him like a bug, human boulder. The other one's saying human boulder, and then he's saying hooray for Big Bone.
Oh, okay, interesting. Hooray for
So that's the
Hooray for Big
replacement.
Bone makes more sense to come after because you are supposed to say the jutsu name first.
Well, I
But
think
I like crush him like a bug.
crush him like a
I
bug
like
is
crush him.
way better.
It goes harder. It does go harder, so it's a better line. Yeah, I would say, yeah. Anyways, sorry
The
for
voice actor
interrupting
also
you.
says it in a good way for Choji. But anyway,
Oh, that guy's goated. Yeah.
so Cho Cho, best feat with the butterfly motion ever used in the manga, maxes out at 2 Tomoe Sharingan Chidori Zarda. Sarada then goes on to get not only a 3rd Tomoe, but a Mangekyo Sharingan, and realistically has far more incentive to train hard than Cho Cho over the time skip. And we, like, just to clarify in case anyone's confused, Cho Cho's motivation is potato chips. Sarada is Sasuke and Boruto and Hokage and everything under the sun, okay? And we see the results of this in Chapter 2 versus the Claw Grime when Sarada beats a bunch of Claw Grime on her own very easily, while Cho Cho struggles against the one Claw Grime with her team. So we're already seeing the results of Sarada's training. Sarada then goes on to have a character arc that greatly impacts her power levels as she frees herself from a mental burden, while Cho Cho has nothing, no such growth. So why is Cho Cho even remotely comparable to Sarada right now? Like remotely, like again, she started out at best 2 Tomoe Sarada level. Sarada gets 2 Sharingan evolutions, one of which being the big one to Mangekyo. Sarada then is training way harder in BC. 3 Tomoe Sharingan Sarada is just way better than Cho Cho at the beginning of the time skip. And then she starts using her Mangekyo and has a character arc. Why are they comparable at all?
Because I know you're not actually.
Can you name a single, for example, when did Kiba catch up to Naruto in Naruto Shippuden? When Naruto had his character, like, can you recall when Kiba did that? Can you recall when Ino did that? When Choji did that? When Lee did that? I mean, as soon as Naruto had a character arc, he kind of just like stayed ahead.
No, honestly, like from the moment go, like once he unveiled the massive Rasengan, he was kind of above everyone else.
I'm just gonna say when he had his big, so Sarada obviously had her big character arc here earlier than Naruto's in the pain arc. Naruto's like big one. You could even say Rasen Shuriken would be another. Honestly, even Rasen Shuriken. I'm just gonna backtrack my statement. Let's go with Rasen Shuriken. Yeah, they just don't catch him ever since then.
No.
But then pain arc would be an even bigger one.
To be fair, Kamui, 6K Lee might just beat that Naruto, Loki.
We don't know, but like the real one is going to be the pain arc. Because I mean, obviously, again, Sarada's probably gonna have another character arc later, but like she had a big one. Even if it's awful, she had a big one. And if we're gonna pick something in Shippuden, I don't know that the Rasen Shuriken's as technically big of a character arc as the pain arc would be. So if we're gonna go with those, okay, pain arc and on, Naruto stays number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
You don't just see Kiba, Shino, and Hinata just out here just body bagging pain arc Naruto at any point. Even at the end of the war, they're still not pain arc Naruto level. Now, I'm not saying that Cho Cho can't somewhat keep up, but like again, what did she do?
Yeah.
She doesn't have Sharingan evolution. She doesn't have character arcs. Yeah. She doesn't have motivation. Oh, we're gonna come back to motivation, by the way. But like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous.
Don't worry, it's actually so much worse than that. Point 2.
Boy.
This is the like 5-message long one. So, Oodie, I know you love this quote, so go ahead and just say it.
The next generation surpasses the previous generation. I'm sick of people being stupid about this.
Okay, this is what I really emphasize something here. Yes, on average, Usually, typically, in most cases, the average of the whole new generation will surpass the average of the whole previous generation. Usually, on average, typically, in most cases. This does not mean that every member, we memed about this earlier, but this does not mean that every member of the next generation has or will surpass every member of the previous generation. Far from it.
Perfect.
Nobody surpassed Hashirama and Tobirama for decades. And the only reason that happened as soon as it did is because of Hagoromo.
Oh, dude. Okay.
By the way, it's just gonna go on and on.
I have a Hashirama like sort of debunk or Hashirama like a new debunk type thing that I worked on with this guy named Jerix, who's like a Discord buddy of mine, that I can share later or whenever you want.
Well, please.
Is this
put
a
it
reference
in...
to like Hashirama being the strongest, like the sage argument thing, or something else?
Yeah, it's in reference to him being the strongest of his generation, sort of. Yeah, it's really juicy stuff. It's perfect for the.
Well, okay. We can do that another time. For the sake of this, I don't care if you want to say Madara instead, or Kakuzu is it. The point is, the top tiers of that generation weren't surpassed until later on.
But Angus,
Well, much
please
later on.
put that in the Sage Debate Room Discord thing at the very bottom of the
Yes.
Discord.
Yeah, okay.
Certainly would be
Sure.
good for that.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
But continuing.
Well, Naruto and Sasuke were only on track to one day, maybe surpass Hashirama and Madara.
I don't want to clarify what versions of Naruto and Sasuke. We're talking about EMS War Sasuke with Jugo's curse mark camping the Susanoo. And we're talking about Biju Sage Mode War Naruto. This is versus Chubito. They're just gonna one day surpass Hashirama and Madara. Maybe. Okay, let's see how strong those Naruto and Sasuke are. They still haven't surpassed the previous generation.
Nobody surpassed
Nobody surpassed
Minato until the
Minato.
war arc, with Naruto and Sasuke once again being the two Teruso, and so on.
Ino never surpassed Hashirama. Kiba never surpassed Hashirama, etc. Nor did 99% of these people surpass Minato or even Hiruzen. The power of Asani to this day is legendary and frightening even Nakara inners like Victor. You know, these Otsutsuki level people fear the name of the Sani, okay? Yes. Sure. Oh, actually, your turn.
Yes, sure, the next generation typically surpasses the previous because they have a foundation set by the previous generation to build off of. And yes, in the case of Cho Cho, she is seemingly more talented than Choji. That's fine.
Choji's strong, don't get me wrong. But nowhere have we gotten evidence that he's Hiruzen level. I don't even know if he's Jonin Kakashi level. Let's give him peak Jonin for now. That's perfectly reasonable for someone like Choji. Why would he be better than practically the most talented and famous Jonin of all time? He's better than Choza, his father, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be better than Kakashi. That's not how that works. But let's just give adult Choji Kakashi level. Painarch Kakashi level. Kage level. Mega assumption right there.
So I'm gonna add, it feels like half the time, if not more, most of the time, whenever they say that X has surpassed X, it's not in terms of like power scaling stats. It's in terms of your like what you do as a shinobi, your capabilities. For example, Naruto, if he stuck with the Rasengan, is never gonna get the statement that he surpassed Minato by working on his Rasengan, making it more powerful. It's only through upgrading the Rasengan to the new variant, the Rasen Shuriken, the thing Minato couldn't do, that he's gonna get the surpass statement.
And that one is gonna really tie back into that whole the foundation building off the new stuff like things where
exactly. But likewise,
Naruto had the Rasengan Foundation done for him so that he could then build off of it with the extra time he has.
exactly,
now.
because because Naruto's not starting from nothing. He's learning from Jiraiya, who's already got the Rasengan, whereas Minato just developed it from the get-go. That's the difference right there. That's why it took so long for Minato, but took so short of a time for Naruto. But beyond that, usually the reason the next generation can surpass is because they can learn stuff earlier from their parents. That's fine. But not only that, by learning stuff earlier, they can also learn it from both parents. Or in Mirai's case, from just two different people. So in Mirai's case, she made a combined jutsu from technically Asuma learned through Kurenai and through Tamari. Through like weird wind style thing she does against the Hidan 2.0. So that's like a new jutsu that she developed from combining two different previously made jutsus. She's just like, she could do that because those two previous jutsus already existed. If Mirai had to create those two jutsus from in the get-go, from their conception, then it probably would have taken her entire lifetime. She never would have made that new jutsu at that exact moment. And that's really why it's not like...
We'll focus on this point for a bit more, because there's more examples. So, like, again, let's just assume, like, stats aside for a moment. Okay, so you go from the Rasengan to the Rasen Shuriken to the Bijudama Rasen Shuriken and so on. Even if stats remain consistently the same, just the jutsu itself becomes more and more better or complicated, whatever the thing is. The jutsu gets better. It goes from Chidori to Raikuri and so on. You get Chidori, then Chidori Stream, and so on. You get more and more complex, better jutsu and more jutsu variety, and that's why stats even just equal stats. The next generation's better because they have fundamentally better jutsu because it's the same as technology. You're just building off the previous one and making it better and better. If Minato had infinite time, he might be the strongest guy of all time in terms of his skill and jutsu because he was that talented. But he died at 24, and even if he didn't die at 24, Naruto gets the head start because Minato in that case would just teach it to him at 5 years old versus a 15-year-old Minato making the jutsu. And that's why they just like you said, you get more and more head starts. And plus, once you learn those things early, so like if Shikadai learns Shadow Possession at hypothetically 3 years old instead of Shikamaru's 8 years old, well now Shikadai, having Shadow Possession, has an extra 5 years before then to just know Shadow Possession, understand the jutsu, and come up with his own stuff. You just get earlier access to learning and figuring out new things just because you have these things. You have a better understanding at an earlier age. And then the best example of this concept is Boruto in Two Blue Vortex because of the future training. Boruto is essentially the next generation right now in the he gets the next generation amp applied to himself in the same generation because of future training. Because that's basically what Shikadai got from Shikamaru. Boruto's getting that from himself in this case because future Boruto would be like a hypothetical Boruto's dad in this case, who just had those jutsu. And we see very clearly how much more OP that made Boruto. Because Boruto, I mean, he improved his stats a lot, obviously, but that's not really the main thing that really set him so far. It's the future training that he got. So he has Flying Raiji now because theoretical Boruto's dad had it and taught him it. He has Uzuhika because theoretical Boruto's dad had it and taught it to him, and so on. That's why the next generation surpasses it. But that doesn't mean that freaking Kakashi's stats are just going to be better than Sakumo's because he was born later. Similar to how, as technology improves in the next generation, as the technology gets better, that doesn't mean people are just over here bench pressing more because of that. They might bench press more because over time, people figure out better physics and mechanics to do the lift better and how to train better. That would apply also in Naruto. So you can get a little bit of a stat boost from just training better, but it's much more substantial to just learn how to do the technique better.
At the same time, there's contradictory statements, to be fair, and I'm just going to ignore the contradictory statements. There are just blatant statements of the next generation, the Boruto generation, being weak and soft because of the times of peace. and that being like a problem because they need to be strong to fight the Otsutskis, but they're not strong like the previous generations where they're weaker than them stated. So there's also that.
Well,
as,
a frequent one. A frequent point that they do make, and YouTubers like Naruto Explained, for example, said this a billion times back in the day, which is that this generation is more talented. Why? Largely because of everything we just said, the foundation stuff.
But
and
that
also
right there,
they
that
just
right
are
there.
Inherently more talented.
So let's just take that. The next generation always surpasses the last. It's a law in Naruto. The question is why, and that's where it gets into the thinking, the analysis. So actually, it's not going to be because of the next generation. What's the actually incredible part here would be the previous generation. The previous generation is the teachers who teach it to the next generation in the first place. The next generation is the consistent variable here. The dependent or the independent variable, whichever one it is, the variable that changes would be the teacher generation getting better as a teacher as time goes on because they have access to more stuff. So that's to say, in a way, if Cho Cho is strong, that's because Choji was a better teacher than Choza.
Technically, though, that is just blatantly true.
Exactly. So it's
but
that's not to say the next generation isn't surpassing the previous, and that isn't a feat that they had to do, and it's not an incredible accomplishment for them to do. But that's to say the next generation isn't the one to take the credit for that in a way.
Yeah, that's kind of a separate point. But what I was going to say a moment ago, though, was that the common point early Boruto is the next generation here is really talented, more talented than they were, the older generation. But they're all weaker than they were, and they lacked the power. They had the skill, but not the power. And if I remember, Naruto explained you say a billion times in every single video. And there was a lot of truth to it. It's because the way they grew up, they just didn't need it. And conveniently, in the case of Naruto versus Boruto, there's just an inherent difference in their power levels because of Kurama and stuff. But
and it's not just the Bloody Mist Village. Even the frickin' Onoki's talking about how the stone used to do this back in the warring days and all that.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's more so implying that they lack battle experience or war experience more so than power outright.
Well, tell that to not only Naruto Explained, but everyone who makes a statement in universe. Naruto literally says, quite frankly, the next generation isn't... I think it was technically Kurotsuchi or Chojo, but they say, quite frankly, the next generation isn't ready to fight the Otsutsuki. And that's not necessary, that's obvious, but, ignoring that. Again, you get, I think it's episode 84 or episode 83. Onoki's just saying,
unless this next that they were weaker than they were or something.
Yeah, exactly. There's just statements out there. Again, this is ignoring other statements, like Sasuke saying, Sarada, you're stronger than when I was a kid, or whatever.
Again, that's not what, everyone says that. That's not what Sasuke said.
No, I know, but you get my point.
But that's actually another example, though. He said you're more skilled than he was.
Wow.
And again, that can be true.
Yeah.
But is she stronger? She's not an ninja reincarnate. She doesn't have as much developed of Sharingan as he did. She's not wielding a curse mark to amp her power and all these other things. So it's that doesn't mean she's stronger. It doesn't mean she's faster. It just means she's more skilled. And she is. She's got the freaking lightning ball jutsu she copied from Bundan. She learns Chidori, I guess, at the same age. And she's got a lot of skill in different things. That she does Genjutsu way more than he ever does.
I don't know. You might be underestimating just how skilled Sasuke is. Because, as a kid, the dude was a freaking skilled...
I'm not gonna lie. I completely agree with you. He's way more skilled than Sarada has ever shown. And she has not changed my mind at any point in the story. But I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he wasn't lying here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's just being
because I don't see Sarada doing the kunai stick to the foot flip de do throw the kunai trick here. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Ironically, that's the same episode where Sasuke's thinking back to Fugaku saying, "That's my boy," as opposed to the you aren't quite like Itachi. So Sasuke, narratively speaking, could have been lying there, and it's arguably just as good.
Yeah, because he didn't want to be like Fugaku.
Exactly.
No. No, the one thing he wanted to avoid with Sarda was being Fugaku.
Yeah, so like if we're just assuming she's telling the truth, but let's just do that for a moment. Doesn't mean she's stronger, even if she's more skilled. And that's a point though. So Choji can be quote unquote stronger than Choza through being more skilled. But that doesn't say anything about whether or not he's gonna be more skilled or stronger than Sakumo Hatake, some random other dude. It's like within Choji's lineage, yeah, he's getting stronger. Within Ino's lineage, yeah, she's getting stronger. With Shikamaru's lineage, yeah, they're getting stronger. That doesn't mean Shikamaru versus the Uchiha clan means anything.
Right, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, Shikamaru 500 generations later might be stronger than the Uchiha clan from 1,000 years earlier, but that doesn't mean he's stronger than the Uchiha clan in the current generation. You know why the Hyuga clan is freaking always the strongest according to them? It's because they always were, or the Uchiha clan when they were around. Like, at no point was the Nara clan ever better than the Senju, okay? The Senju were always on top.
Yeah. And obviously this is going to be excluding the nasty G word, genetics. You know, I think the best example of this would be Sarada at the end of Naruto Gaiden, using her super strength from her mother and her Sharingan from her father to take down that, like, weird Shin Tintails clone thing.
The freaking Mike
Wazowski
Shin.
Yeah.
The Shin hand thing, you know.
Oh, it's okay. We're going to start calling it that, even though I think you already have been calling it that.
The Shin
Mike Wazowski. Yeah. But that's using, like, both things from her parents combined into what she is. So it's similar to Mirai, whereas Mirai's taking, like, two external things and combining it for her external thing. Sarada's, like, taking two, like, internal things in a weird way and combining it to be herself.
Yeah.
So that's, like, a thing there. But, like, outside of that. But even then, that's not really going to make too big of a difference unless you're, like, because, like, in Sarda's case, it's obviously special because she's, like, two exceptional parents from, like, two different bloodlines and all these different things of, like, having two different...
Oh, don't worry. Also, I just want to make it clear. I'm going to address Cho Cho's bloodline in a minute, eventually. We're going to get to her parents.
Well, that's the thing, because for, like, a lot of these clans, like the Hyuga, the Uchiha, there's a lot of inbreeding, first of all, but even then, and a lot of these other clans, the Akamichi, the Nara... the Yamanaka, I guess, all of them, even the Haruno, if you even consider a clan. It's just like, they're just like one clansmate that just like marries some random civilian. It's just like, we don't even know who they are at the time, just some random person, doesn't matter. So that's also probably playing part of it.
Yeah, they're not trying to keep their bloodline pure and all these other things.
Yeah, but that's also part of it, to where, thinking about it, I don't think that Choji develops a new jutsu beyond his dad. I think he just eventually in time grows to be as strong as his dad through the same jutsu.
It depends on whether his dad... Because nothing suggests his dad can do butterfly mode on command without the pills like Choji eventually could. So, I mean... In the war, I'm not gonna lie, they're fighting side by side. Borderline equals there, but if you want to say Choji has the edge, that's fine. But they're like very close. Without Choza having the butterfly mode, which is kind of insane. But Choji might have seemingly just developed butterfly mode without the pills.
Well, I feel like that's weird to say developed it, because it's already an established jutsu. If you want to say he's doing it for the first time, then sure, I guess, but like it's already
well, I mean, it's unclear that jutsu was ever done without the pills. It could seem to be like a pill thing.
I don't think that's like something they had to like figure out. I think that was just like a power thing.
Kamui, I'm with you.
I don't know. What
do you mean? It's not like Ra said Shuriken, where you have to like do something different. You just have to like chakra.
Yeah, that's what, it's kind of tricky there. I mean, I like agree. There's a little bit of like I don't know there, but I do agree with what you're saying. So
I mean, because it's not like that. Unless you think they're doing some crazy like shape transformation of their chakra or something. I think that the pills are
it's just described to be like a calorie. Convert the calories into this. That's all the Akamichi clan ever does. So
yeah.
Well, that's another debate for another time, because Choji would agree with you in the Mirai novel, but disagreeing with that. it feels like the pills are just giving them more chakra in order to do what they would be able to do if they just had that chakra anyway. So I don't think the pills are really doing anything. If they just had those chakra reserves, they could just do the butterfly mode.
You know, I just thought about this. Okay. So, historically at least, before, you know, the Tsunade's Naraclan deer antlers and Tsunade came together to do the impossible and make a retcon from Kishimoto. The red pill kills the user. The red pill was the butterfly mode. It's possible that because Choji was saved, it's possible so everyone who's used the butterfly mode died, like they ate gates. Choji being the first person to ever live from the red pill. That might be the only reason he's able to ever do it again when he like has theoretically the same power level, because he's done the jutsu before. It isn't dead now, so he can theoretically do it again. That might be why. Now that does not explain Cho Cho. That would just be that went out the window at that point. That's but hilarious. In Naruto, that might be why he could do that.
That makes sense.
So Chosa never took the red pill. He's never done the jutsu, so he can't do it.
I do think it is just a chakra limitation
thing. Develop the jutsu.
Like, Naruto can pass his chakra onto other people. I think if Naruto does that to the Akamichi clan, they can just all do the butterfly mode.
Well, they certainly didn't do that in the war.
To be fair, who did do anything in the war?
Rock Lee!
Yeah, okay, but that's the thing, Kamui. Okay, that makes it worse. Rock Lee did bisect Madara. And then what? Why did he stop?
He threw a kunai faster than 8 gates guy.
Yeah, like 4 hours later. What did he do in between? That's the problem.
Okay, so I will say, I'm looking at the data book, just I want to see how they word things. They kind of just describe what the jutsu is, and then all they say about the red pill is Choji takes that pill, gains tremendous strength, and it just continues to say what he did. It does not imply in the data book that you need the red pill, but more so, you just gotta have that tremendous strength and do this technique. So, I mean, based on the data book, I would say you're right. You just need to be that strong.
Yeah. Well, I guess we are.
And it seems weird to say that Choza wasn't that strong. I feel like he was, but
that's fair.
I guess he was just at the portal. Okay, so wait. Okay, with that in mind, that just upscales part 1 Choji with the red pill. Because if he needs to be that level of strength, you know, beyond Choza level of strength to do butterfly mode, that means that this ghetto statue fighting, Kakuzu slaying level of power is what Choji used versus Jirobo. So he was, you know, wherever you put Warwick Choji on your tier list, you gotta put a red pill Choji right beside him.
Oh, man, I didn't write down the Choji topic I wanted to write down. I'll just have to come back to that another time.
We should put that in power scaling debates, whatever.
Yeah.
Charging calorie, Mirai, Manga, Boulder, Move, Chakra.
Okay, come back to that another time. Anyways, back to
incomprehensible Oodie jargon.
Well, I want to add another point. So, again, about the talent thing. Boruto can be more talented than Naruto and so on. But, and Cho Cho can be more talented than Cho Cho. That doesn't mean that, like, again, even if we just say on average, it's not that they just have a earlier teaching. They just are more talented on average. That doesn't mean that anyone in this new generation is necessarily more talented than the most talented prodigy of all time in a previous generation. Case in point, even in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, they suggest that Boruto isn't as talented as Minato. He's not as good at flying Raijin as Minato. He can't learn Minato's flying Raijin because he's not good enough and so on. They're technically suggesting Minato's talent might still be better. And Minato was just like the most talented guy of all time. That's all I ever could say about this. He's just the talent central.
Yes, sir. You know it.
So why would we necessarily say. So, like, again, let's just say Minato's 100 on the talent scale. He's the top at the world at the time. Choji's like, a 10. So Cho Cho could be a 20, twice as talented as Choji. But again, that's not getting her to Minato's 100. Not even close.
Not even.
So why are we pretending that she's more talented than? And don't worry, we're gonna come back to talent.
Well,
I've got
you
a
get too
big
far
comparison
away from it. You did say, like, oh, maybe they're starting earlier. First of all, I don't think that's the case, just based on the Hyuga, who are, like, training straight out the womb, it feels like. And the Neji's, like, freaking known as a prodigy at, like, 3 years old compared to Hinata's. Like, what are you doing? Like, so I don't think they're starting younger than that and being trained to be prodigy. I think, like, 3-year-old Neji's probably like, beating up, like, 5-year-old most of the next generation.
Well, actually, there's a funny point about that. So, obviously, I'm sure that, like, Naruto and Hinata were in Hanabi too. We're teaching Boruto and Himawari Jutsu when they're like 5 years old. Like, hey, you want to learn the Shadow Clone, buddy? Like, they're having fun training like that. But they're not doing, like, serious grueling training.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
that's what Onoki
8-year-old
says.
Hanabi
Like,
is just doing grueling ass training with Hiyashi. And I mean, who knows how many years ago she started doing that? She's not just, hey, you want to learn a new jutsu, pal? We'll go easy on it. It's, no, I'm beating the shit out of you. You're learning the Gentle Pistol right now, son. Like,
it's the Idra method of training versus the Ashura method. It's the Idra method of training versus the Ashura method.
Yeah.
But also, yes, Hashirama and Madara were stronger than the adults as a kids, but, like, them saying that and taking such a big note of it tells you that's rare. So, like, kids aren't surpassing adults, like, normally in Naruto. It's not happening.
Yeah, but I mean, but also, again, they were the most talented people of all time. Like, again, they were the Indra and Ashura reincarnates who were insanely talented, had good parents to teach them, and mega motivation in the warring states and all these character arc things with Hashirama and Madara and all Indra protecting the brothers and all these things. Like, they had everything they needed to be peak power. And again, Cho Cho motivation wise, actually no, I'm gonna save that point because I have a really good person to pick for this. I already wrote it, so but you can repeat all right. So anyway, continue on this. Oodie, read next.
Where are we?
Early Shippuden Choji.
Early Shippuden Choji is tuning level and blatantly weaker than Asuma. War Arc Choji only then surpasses Asuma. Okay, Cho Cho is more talented than Choji. Let's give her stronger than Asuma. Screw it. She's such a talent compared to Choji, right? Let's give her adult Choji level, who we're assuming hit Pain Art Kakashi level. So by the way, let's also keep in mind, like, we do have some scaling here, based on Mirai.
Also, let's keep in mind, adult Choji's a tuning, I'm pretty sure. Like Kiba and Shino are.
Yeah. Well,
maybe Choji got promoted to Chunin, but he might be a Chunin.
We do have an idea for how Asuma scales in the Boruto era through Mirai. If Mirai had just surpassed Asuma at the moment where she, like, did her jutsu to beat the Hidan 2.0, okay. So that's how strong Asuma is. So did Choji surpass Mirai from that moment? Like, we have the comparison. Did Sarada? We see Sarada fight Mirai and she loses. To be fair, this was, like, fresh Genin Sarada. It was Genin Sarada because they're Team 7 now. But
okay.
Yeah. But fresh out of the academy. I'll say that. Instead of getting fresh out of the academy Sarada. That sounds better for your side. So there you go. Yeah, so she's still losing to Mirai. And is that before the Mirai manga in the anime? I don't know if it's, like, different in the anime versus the continuity.
I don't know.
Naruto, explain. We need you for that one.
I think so, because I feel like the Mirai manga in the anime is actually pretty late, but I don't.
Okay, so that was a weaker than Asuma combatant that fresh out of the academy Sarada lost to. With her Sharingan, mind you. And her super strength. So there you go.
Again, we're just giving, again, I think Choji might be a tuning. And also, I should also add, okay, the ranks are the ranks. Like, yeah, when it comes to Genin especially, They can be Jonin level, but still getting because they just haven't taken the tuning exams where they get promoted. Like, okay, but when it comes to tuning, they get promoted to Jonin when they hit Jonin level. And nothing in the story suggests that, like, Naruto and Shikamaru just changed the requirements to be promoted. Nothing suggests that. There's no reason to assume it. So if they just weren't promoted, like, unfortunately, if Kima wasn't promoted to Jonin, he genuinely might be weaker than Part 1 Kurenai because he didn't get promoted. And that sucks. But that also proves the point. Not every member of the next generation necessarily surpasses the previous generation's every member. Kiba's mom's a tuning clan leader. Kiba probably surpassed her. Doesn't mean he surpassed Asuma. It just doesn't mean that.
Now, there would be an
just because
indirect
Choji
reason.
surpassed Asuma doesn't mean Kiba has to too.
There'd be an indirect reason for why it might be different to be a Jonin in the current era, aka headcanon reason. The indirect reason is because, as like they explain, there's less need for ninja in the current era, so that might change either the competitiveness of it or like the desire to be that. So like the supply versus the demand shift might like change where that sort of meets in the middle there.
Yeah, but I don't think that affects anything other than like being promoted to Genin from the academy and maybe tuning, because they were just sending Genin to the war anyway. So they just needed you to be out of the academy. I don't think that necessarily means you're necessarily going to get a Jonin promotion earlier, because what does that matter to you? All you cared was that they were on the battlefield. Why do you necessarily want them to just change their jacket color based on that?
I mean, at the very least, there are Jonin in the Boruto era, and Shikadai is a Chunin, and he's not promoted to Jonin yet, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, Udon's Jonin and Choji's not. I mean, like, what do you want me to tell? I mean, Snot Jutsu is literally stronger than our freaking talented genius over here. I mean, but that is where we're at. Like, Moegi, whose claw grind level is just stronger than Choji. I mean, she got promoted. He didn't.
I mean, it's been 3 years. I mean, Neji was promoted over the time skip. Why weren't these guys? What's their excuse?
That's true.
Why are they so weak?
You know what that means? It means no one in the new generation, or no one in Neji's generation has surpassed him, even in their adult forms. Neji still remains the strongest.
Technically, though, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah,
like, the ones who got promoted.
I was making a point I never did get back to. If you want to continue your point, Colin.
Yeah, but anyway, the long story short, we're really throwing a lot of bones at Choji here. Because he's more talented than Choza, we're just gonna give him Pain Art Kakashi level, who's far stronger than Asuma, who Choji only just surpasses the war arc. But we're just gonna give him this, Kage level. So why is Cho Cho Otsutsuki level now? How did we get there from all that?
Oh my god!
Any contenders? How we got there from Cho Cho's better than Choji talent?
So I did want to get back to my point that I never really got to really finish because we got fixated on the butterfly mode nuance. It seems like Choji's not really developing anything new, any new jutsus for like his clan, or like evolving it to make something that no one's ever thought of before. At the very least, I'll always say that. Yeah,
because like for some comparisons, I mean, okay, we never see Shikaku do it. I'm just gonna assume Shikamaru created it for now. Shadow stitching. I don't see anyone else using it. As far as I'm aware, Shikamaru created that. Choji's not doing that. Or Shikadai's circle shadow jutsu thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You totally that like did like every nerve in my body fired the moment you said that Shikaku has never done the shadow stitching jutsu. I was like, am I sure about that? Let me think.
I mean, we've never seen. I mean, we've seen him use. I mean, granted, Shikaku has one fight in the series, and it's against just a random Sand Jonin, and he used Shadow Paralysis and Shadow Strangle.
Yeah.
Unless the databook confirms he's a user. Again, I don't know if it does. I'd have to go look. But as far as we've seen, at least, Shikamaru just made that.
I would want to look at like the early Akatsuki suppression when he's like first thinking about using it versus Hidan or Kakuzu and see if they say anything there about the technique. But outside of that,
No, he just uses it. He just says he's gonna go to an offensive form or whatever.
I feel like Shikaku should have used it, like similar to like what Shikamaru does with like using it to like grab or throw a kunai or something. I feel like he does. I just don't know when. For a while.
Again, Shikaku's got like one fight sequence. He's got a guy in shadow possession paralysis at the start of the scene, and then he says, "Oh yeah, would you like this one? Would you gonna love this next one? It's the shadow strangle jutsu," and he just strangles him.
I feel like
all he has.
Like Mike Guy. You sound like Mike Guy there.
Well, okay, I did not say it. To be fair, I did not say it anywhere near like Shikaku. I probably did say it more like my guy, which is
that's funny. Yeah, but like maybe you could argue that Choji's doing like he's technically doing a new jutsu, but like not really. Like he's doing the same thing Naruto's doing with this Rasengan, the way of getting around it with like making another clone, so you don't have to do the hand thing. Even though Naruto got around that with Nine Tails anyways. But ignoring that, it's the same idea to where he's like finding a shortcut basically rather than really like evolving it to something new per se. So Choji's not developing anything new. He's just being stronger with what they already have. So keeping that in mind, Choji should like outside of like I guess intelligence or like whatever other factors, Choji should be like the exact same teacher mentor person to Cho Cho as Choza was to him. That's to say, in terms of teacher or mentor, Choji and Choza should be equal. So why would Cho Cho be better than Choji?
As far as butterfly mode goes, the only thing would be if Choji is the only one who can just do that, at least on command without red pills and stuff, he could then have a better chance of teaching it because he can just do it more to explain it, which is why, Cho Cho could learn it as opposed to Choji before, because Choji had to figure it out.
I feel like they would have like taught that. I feel like Choji would have taught that to everyone in this clan, especially since Lee taught like the sixth gate to all those people in Naruto the Last. Like why would we see the bunch of like sixth gate users against the meteor and not a bunch of butterfly mode users versus a meteor?
Well, let's also just keep in mind this just suggests that like Academy Cho Cho or like early getting Cho Cho, whichever it is, with the original infamous Cho Cho filler episode arc with the guy that she thinks is hot or whatever. It's back whenever that was Academy or Genin, it doesn't matter. So we're just saying that she just is like beyond war, like Konoha's strongest war potential Choza. She's beyond Ghetto statue fighting. She's stronger than that. Just out of the academy. Why?
Yeah,
How?
Out of the academy.
She's not that strong, guys. That doesn't make sense.
It's post first Chunin exams. It's episode like 67 through 69-ish. Around there.
Yeah,
it's getting.
Why would she ever be that strong just randomly? Like, let's just say she is that strong. Then why isn't she fodderizing like Shinki and everyone else in this exam? Because I can promise you, Boruto wasn't that strong. He's weaker than a Zetsu. Let alone the Ghetto
I'm
statue.
sorry, but just getting back to it. Why would she ever use human boulder when she could just grow larger than the entire arena? Why didn't she do that versus Cho Cho? Or sorry, versus Shinki.
She probably didn't want to destroy the entire arena.
But then she wins the fight. So, did she not want to be Judy?
Fair. Fair.
It's not because it makes her look fat, because human boulder makes her look way fatter.
That's why she didn't want to use it. Of which case, she has no problem using it later on, by the way. I don't think she ever does this ever again. It's not just that one instance. Think about every instance this would have been useful in, which is, by the way, all of them. Every time she has any fight ever would have been useful.
I mean, again. There's not much point in the partial, unless you're trying to constrain your size or you're trying to save your chakra because early fight. At no point is the partial expansion jutsu better or stronger than these super expansion jutsu. I mean, it's in the name, a super expansion. Like, it's just a super. It's the reason why Choji goes from green pill partial expansion to yellow pill super expansion, because it's the stronger technique.
Yeah.
There's a reason he switches.
There's a
to
reason
it when he
why
can.
freaking Chosa's first move consistently every battle ever is to just go. Chosa doesn't waste time with partial expansion jutsu. He just goes expansion jutsu and gets it freaking huge as hell. Like, you know why?
Yeah.
Because he knows it's the best jutsu to use for
Like,
his arsenal.
keep in mind, there's a rule about not leaving the tuning exams arena. Okay, maybe Cho Cho can't beat Shinky. You know what she can do? Turn into this monster form and pick him up and throw him across the village. She wins by default. He left.
Chozo likes to go for the hits. He plays the hits.
Just pull a Sage Mode Naruto versus the Rhino. Just throw him into the atmosphere. You win.
I mean, again, like, you know, I mean, to be fair, Shinky might be able to like break out of her grip and stuff, and that's fine. But like, the person, I guess Shinky was her first one. Oh, either way, you know, freaking Boruto Shadow Clone, screw partial expansion. You just do this.
Exactly. It's like every fight versus like why isn't she doing this versus Mabushi? I don't understand.
And you know, also, well, actually, yeah, because she's
doesn't need to,
control, right?
He's conserving energy.
Getting a lot of Mabushis.
But she doesn't want to destroy the village. Where do you think she is right now?
Exactly.
Like, come on.
I mean, it's obvious, really. Yeah.
In the middle of a crisis, by the way, as opposed to randomly the second round of the Junin exams.
Hey man, if she destroyed the village, then Jura would have no restrictions. He would reign terror on all of them. So, if anything, she's doing us all a favor.
Oh my god.
So, out of curiosity, not that Ikimoto gives a shit about what Kodachi ever wrote. Look at me already know. He's gonna burn Kodachi's manga to the grave with a butt.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. Scream it.
But
Anyways.
let's just consider it for a moment. You know those like character profile cards where we learn that Luigi has the penetration jutsu, for example.
Oh, how could I
Very
forget?
important.
Oh, really?
Let's look at Cho Cho's. I want to see
I
if
had
Cho
no
Cho
idea.
says butterfly mode, super expansion jutsu, or any of those other techniques, because especially since early anime she's using if Kodachi was involved, it's very possible that it does say it there. So I'm kind of curious. If you're looking, you'll need to change your share screen because we're just seeing big Cho Cho.
Okay. So where am I going?
Yeah, where does he go?
I figured you were just gonna pull it up on your end.
Okay, I'll look for it. I was upstairs at the time when I said this.
Yeah, Kamui, it's me. What did you expect?
I'll see if I can find it.
Wow,
Don't ask me, by the way. I have no idea where you would go either.
Yeah, but again, back to my point. If Cho Cho isn't learning anything new from her dad, Choji, because Choji has everything that Choza had and nothing more, where is Cho Cho? Like, and again, Cho Cho's strength isn't, by the way, it isn't from a new jutsu that Cho Cho developed. It isn't from half of her power being her mom's jutsu, like Sarada is, or Shikadai in that one episode where he used Tamari's fan for her wind style. He's not doing it. It's not Inojin trying to learn the mind transfer jutsu. Cho Cho doesn't care about Karui. They don't interact, which is technically fine.
She don't give a
have
shit.
Karui's jutsus. Like, she doesn't use them. She only uses Choji's jutsus.
That's true. It would be cool if she started using Karui's jutsus, like in the time skip.
I'd be down.
That would be really cool. That would be, I don't know, good writing. We don't want to jinx it though. You know, Igemoto, peak writer.
Okay, I found this doesn't have everything, but it's good enough. Somebody just wrote it this way, so I'm just gonna assume this is all correct. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this. I don't know what the plus more is. I don't know if there is plus more on the thing or. Oh, whoops. 1 second. I did the wrong thing.
Well, while we're waiting, hello, Mozone.
Hello.
Oh, Muslims here.
It's
He's
in
back.
chat now.
Wait, you said it's in chat?
Hey,
I had a
Yeah.
Man to Your
Hear me?
Bones rewrite. What? Her alt Karen
Can you
is
hear me?
taking.
We
What
can
the
hear
hell?
you.
Okay, good. Hey, Kamui, did you ever bring up that theory of mine?
No, we are still doing our
God.
first topic.
So are these stats okay? These stats are just random
No.
stats,
These are fun, the
obviously.
stats that are, I mean,
Okay, can you find
stats are a
Shikadai or
whole other
Shikamaru's stats? Because if the intelligence is like
Stats are
over
a whole
200, then the intelligence would be relative to IQ. At least, ignoring all the
Look
other
at this right
stats,
here.
the intelligence stats would be.
Oh,
So
What kind of thing
Cho
is
Cho,
Shikadai has
negotiation?
okay, actually, hold on. Let me see if Shikamaru is on here.
please, yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting. Shikamaru, adult Shikamaru, has 210.
Oh my god. In terms
So
of,
it's
oh
only
my god.
grown. It was already over 200. So we're just gonna say it was 201. It's only grown to 9. But Shikadai, this is actually interesting though, because this is getting Shikadai only has a 180. Canonically, next generation surpasses the last my ass, bro. Canonically, Shikamaru just is smarter than Shikadai at his age.
How dumb is someone with an IQ of 70?
Oh my god, bro. They're saying Mamushi's stupid. Okay, so our intellectually impaired intellectually impaired Cho Cho is okay. So why is she smart? Okay, out of curiosity, what is we're gonna go look at everyone's for this.
Oh,
I
You
would
said
assume
that her
I would
IQ
assume
is
the
below
intelligence
70.
stat is not actually just raw IQ. I would hope. I would assume.
okay,
Boruto's
Kamui,
gonna 90.
we need a place for this. Should we put
Naruto
this in
is a 90.
states?
So
Naruto is a
that's a
90?
good precedence. Cho Cho is dumber than Naruto.
Oh god.
But isn't like Boruto supposed to be smart though? Isn't he like a genius or some shit? Isn't that what he brags about?
Boruto,
he
yeah.
got the same
It
IQ as
depends
Naruto.
on the scene.
Oh
That's
no,
true, too.
actually,
If we're gonna be
no.
honest here.
We know for sure that the intelligence stat is not it's not the same thing as raw IQ because all the stats are, I believe, out of 100.
Well,
So
considering
they're
they
just
go
They're
above
definitely not
100,
out of
that's not
100.
true.
Oh, what are they out of?
Yeah, considering half the people's stats are over 100.
Oh,
They're clearly
150.
not.
Yeah.
But also just for reference, the puppet weapons have an intelligence of 30. So they're half as smart as Cho Cho. Garo, how smart do you guys think Garo seemed? Remember the guy with the crab claw hand laser beam things that like walking his
God.
first
I don't know,
fight?
like maybe
That guy, does he seem particularly
50?
smart?
I'll
No,
give him
he's
a
stupid.
75.
Well, he has a 77, so he's smarter than Cho Cho.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wow.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
actually,
right.
Cho Cho is the second dumbest person in the entry. The only thing dumber than her is the puppet weapons. She is the dumbest character.
Wait.
Canonically.
Do
That's
Gara.
crazy.
No. Do code.
Sorry, this is when Kadachi was around.
yeah, when the author cared, sorry.
This is when the author actually wrote things for us to look at.
Okay,
What are you
then.
talking about? Ikemoto peak writer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, do Madara. I want to see Madara. He got to be like the smartest guy in the series then.
Well, Madara is not a Boruto character, so he definitely doesn't have a Boruto character stat.
Okay, so it's
only like
changed to
25 people
Boruto
or whatever.
characters?
It's just like a bunch of it was early Boruto when they were releasing this stuff.
It was at the end of their chapter release or the volume. No, it was at the end of the chapter releases. They would release
Yeah,
these.
and like people like Code have like a profile thing, but he doesn't have any stats because it's all gonna be question marks. Oh, what's this guy's abilities? They didn't want to tell us yet because didn't fight yet. And
Okay,
Code
what
didn't
about
fight
Kakashi?
until long after Kadachi was gone. So.
Can you post the Shikamaru one?
Kakashi.
Well, I hate to repeat myself. Do you want the Shikadai and Shikamaru? For
No, I
this?
want you to post it in chat so I can have the picture of it.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
I'll do
Where'd you find it
Shikanai
anyway?
and Shikamaru.
Oh,
But obviously Itachi is not in Boruto. So
Bro, what are
these are like
what
there's
are
like
these?
20 Boruto characters.
Why do they have stats for
They got
drug
Sasuke?
resistance?
Oh, because that's like
Probably because
like
Mitsuki exists.
Like,
Mitsuki.
okay, but why does
Mitsuki,
Cho Cho
you
have a
know,
stat?
Orochimaru. Yeah, do it Orochimaru. He got to be smart, right? Or a model. One of them.
See if Orochimaru has. Oh, I guess he doesn't have one. Well, not on the okay. He doesn't have one on this particular website of people who listed these stats.
Also, this is definitely Cho Cho because it's expansion technique, butterfly transformation, blah blah blah, human bullet tank. Cho Cho has a
about Deacon?
lightning release, thunderclap fist. I don't remember that, but I'm sure she does.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think we don't see all of these. So there's only 21 people. I'll just list who they have: Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, Shikanai, Inojin, Cho Cho, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Shikamaru, Konohamaru, Moegi, Sumire, Akita Inuzuka, but you all remember her, Katasuke, Ao, Sai, Ibiki, Puppet Weapon,
You know.
Garo, and Kawaki.
This right here,
That's
this proves
all
it
it
though.
has.
Hang on, this proves it. Shikadai's skill doesn't list the drug resistance. It lists his observation.
Yeah, so Cho Cho just has a drug resistance skill, I guess. Maybe she's been taking a lot of those pills.
It's the
What
pill.
does negotiation mean? I'm confused.
How good they are at
They'll take,
negotiating, of
charisma.
course.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What you mean, like talk no jutsu?
essentially.
Whatever type of negotiating you need in that moment.
It's negotiation skills. It's like, you know, the art of the deal.
Can you also
Yeah,
post the puppets? By the way,
yeah.
Kamui?
Huh?
Can you post the puppets one as well?
Oh, yeah.
the art of the
Yeah,
deal.
I wish they had one on Code. That'd be interesting, since he's like supposed to be the dumbest person in the series.
Okay,
He's not
that's
supposed to-
not what they say at all. That's just the
Yeah, they
fans
don't say that.
being
Okay, who is the dumbest person
over-dramatic.
you think in the series?
Mamushi. I'm just kidding. It's Cho Cho.
I mean,
Cho Cho-
1,000 Mamushis should be, but like, I mean, Code's been shown to be a planner. The problem is he's trying to plan against Amado and Shikamaru and stuff. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
the puppet
I
one.
mean, I think
They're not-
Code is
they're-
clever, but I don't know about smart. You know, he takes more L's.
What
than
has
everybody in
he
the series.
done to make you think he's the dumbest character in the series? Mind you,
Well, how
we
many
have
times has
people like
because he's a
Naruto
simp.
going to
He's a-
Haku's ice mirrors to save Sasuke.
Well, okay, here, right there. I give you one. He is a simp for Jigen and all that stuff. You know, he keeps on following.
That's not an intelligence thing.
Exactly.
It's just a personality thing.
Okay. Well, what about this one, where he was supposed to kidnap Kawaki instead of kidnapping him? He decided to test out Boruto's strength instead.
That's
Instead of
not okay, but that's like I see what you're saying
Oh, I wonder
there.
if he has one.
But like I could say similar things about any character at any point, even in Naruto, not but especially Boruto. That's just Code like being overconfident. He wasn't worried.
Yeah,
He
remember
fucking
when you
knew.
said-
you could just
remember-
go take Kawaki or whatever.
Remember when you said
Isn't
that
like-
Madara would be like the smartest person? Yeah, so why was he playing around with the 5 Kage? That was pretty stupid of him.
Well, I don't know. That's a good point. But I'm saying, like, in terms of Boruto series, I think Code is one of the dumbest. You know, for example, I was saying is that, or he underestimated Damon. You know, when he got his unlocked.
He
his,
didn't know how
abilities.
strong he was.
Well, he could understand. He knew he had reflectability, right?
Well, to be fair,
Well, he knew he-
underestimating him isn't why he lost. He could have overestimated him and still lost.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's true.
Okay, how about this one? I get another one. He waited. He looked for Boruto for 3 years and only decided to go and the village only on the 3rd year instead of just
Okay.
much
So
sooner.
I'm gonna first say why that's smart, and then counteract it with Ikimoto screwed up.
Okay, go ahead.
He didn't want to invade the village because Ada and Damon are there. He only did it because he just gave up. He's just like, I'm sick of waiting. He was gonna take that risk. The problem
but also
Ikimoto screwed up.
So let's keep it's Code's been at the village.
I might change
Kawaki's
my name to
actively
that.
been shrinking the claw marks like daily or weekly around the village or however often it's been.
Server.
Okay, here's another one. Why didn't he go out to Kawaki then? And you feed him to the 10 tails?
Omnipotence?
No, I'm saying that if he came looking for getting his revenge on Boruto, couldn't he have kidnapped Kawaki and fed him to the 10 tails while looking for Boruto?
Well, let's keep in mind that he hates
the problem
both
is,
Kawaki
according to
and
Code, he
Boruto.
can't go to the Leaf Village because Ada and David are dead.
Is he what?
For one.
I can't hear you.
What'd you say, Oodie?
He hates both Boruto and Kawaki. Honestly, I don't think at this point Code cares who he kills and who he feeds to Ten Tails. It's just whichever one comes first.
Exactly. That's saying that's a lack of intelligence. Because I'm saying he could have gone to and kidnapped Kawaki and fed him to the 10 tails and had all ready, so he can become a Natsuki.
How could he do that if Kawaki's in the village?
Well, he invaded the village, didn't he? Did he not?
Okay. And Ada
I mean,
and Damon
so
are
I'm
there.
saying, during the time
almost
skip,
killed Kawaki. I mean, he got pretty close. Whether he tried.
I'm talking about during the time skip, he could have invaded the village anytime and look for
but Ada was
Kawaki.
always watching. I mean, the problem is the part of the problem here is again, it's just bad, inconsistent writing. This isn't a code intelligence thing. It's just the story's bad in this regard. His reasoning for not doing that is simple. Ada and Damon are there. There's no element of surprise. He verbatim states this. Ignore the fact that Ada said nothing and it was a complete surprise and Ada and Damon didn't fight because Ikimoto's bad. That was the reasoning. It makes sense why he didn't do it.
It's not the reasoning at all. Because think about this.
That's what he says in chapter 77. That is why he's not going to go invade the village.
Oh, that's bullshit. Because he did it anyway. So this is bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's Ikimoto being bad.
Writing, but we can't use the intelligence thing. It's just bad writing. It's independent of his intelligence.
That's why he made the claw grimes in the first place, to attack the Leaf Village. So it's not just some aha moment he figured out 3 years later. He says in chapter 1, I'm pretty sure, that he got sick and tired of waiting. He's done being patient. That's why he's attacking the village now. It's not something he just realized he can do.
He's disregarding the strategical planning in that moment because of his emotional impatience. And again, that's not really an intelligence thing. He recognizes the downside. I mean, ignoring the fact
Couldn't he have done something to lure
recognizes the
Kawaki out of the
downside.
village?
He's just making that choice. He doesn't care.
Exactly.
Couldn't he have done something to lure Kawaki out of the village if we're going to go that way?
Okay,
I mean,
he
lured Boruto back to the village.
Could Madara have done something different? Could he have stood 2 feet to the left so Black Zetsu didn't stab him and he missed,
I'm saying there's so many.
I love how that implies that Black Zetsu was only like he chose like walk 5 steps forward and stab regardless of where Madara was rather than walk by Madara.
No, I love imagining it. He just misses.
I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense. If you were a normal person, like you even said that the Hokage, Shikamaru, does dumb things, especially during this current.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use the 3-year time skip.
Shikamaru has only done as worse anti-cheats than Code.
Exactly. Like if anything,
if you're doing the dumb things argument, Shikamaru is just destroying Code in this regard.
Because if you're gonna use the 3-year time skip against Code, you have to use it against literally every character. Why didn't Kawaki go after Boruto? Why didn't everyone do anything? Like Sarada and Tsuburaya didn't talk with Ada for 3 years about omnipotence. Like really?
Frankly, Code's the only one who tried doing anything.
Exactly.
me when I'm in a doing dumb things competition.
All right, I gotta bring up the theory here. Oodie.
Hey, that's my name.
I got a theory. I want you to hear.
Well, I'm glad that you want me specifically to hear it.
Go ahead, Kamui. Tell him.
Yeah, Kamui, tell me Mozone's theory.
Yes, tell me my theory.
By the way, did anyone notice that I changed my name?
No. No, there you go.
Okay. Okay, so this is what the theory is, right?
Okay, I fully support it.
This is what
Yes.
Real quick, Mozone, I mean, you kind of are the odd one out here. You might as well do the honors.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is my theory.
Well, really quick, because Mozone wanted me to hear this. So, Kamui, Angus, if you two could just deafen really quick.
All right, no, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'll deafen, but I'll also tell you it.
Okay, for real, I'm joking around. All right, but no. So the theory was that the next person on the cover is going to be Himawari. You know, because she's going to be a star of this chapter. And the reason why I say that is because she has the 9 tails chakra inside of her.
Is this for Blue Vortex chapter 33?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, continue.
So she's going to use the shadow clone jutsu like Naruto does to match Bug Shinju's clones numbers. Because she has the chakra to do so. That's what I think she's going to do. She's going to match them, and she's going to defeat most of them, and then, we'll see what happens after that. That's a smart thing to do, because, like I said, Naruto that was his favorite move, was to use the Shadow Clone Jutsu and make hundreds of clones, but, she got more than enough chakra to make hundreds or even thousands of clones.
Wait, actually, I just realized. So, I mean, can you point to when in the story we've gotten any indication that Himawari learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu?
Yeah, that's
because unless we're gonna say Kawaki taught her, he's the only one who could have taught it to her. Or I guess maybe Konohamaru. But
she could have just had known it. I mean, Boruto knew it, so.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
She doesn't have it listed in her databook profile, and we've never seen her use it when she fights in the anime and stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't like the basic? That's like the first technique most ninjas learn is like a shadow clone.
No, it's the clone jutsu, not the shadow clone jutsu. The Jonin level technique.
Okay.
Well, technically that would be multi-shadow clone. Well, regardless, I don't remember.
Regardless, I'm saying. That's still an option out there. We don't know what she knows because she is training to be a ninja, right?
But, actually, no. Right now, she's training to be a Biju because Ikimoto, but no, Kurama couldn't have made it any more clear that she's not a ninja. She's a Biju.
She keeps refusing to call herself a ninja or whatever, or even it's stupid.
And so ignoring the shadow clone part about the theory, which was clearly meant to be the theory. So the way you presented it, the theory was the Himawari cover page. So here's my contention with that. Let's just say your shadow clone idea is correct. So why was Sumire the cover of the Hidari invasion fight?
Don't ask questions, okay, Oodie? Don't.
Could you explain that one for me, Momo? Why Sumire?
I didn't even read that chapter. I was just
I will say this Daemon chapter is kind of an exception to where they did the Daemon cover on the actual Daemon fight, but in a lot of cases, a lot of times they'll do like one chapter later or like a chapter before. So like, for example, Boroshiki's revealed in chapter 43. Then he's the cover of chapter 44. They do that a lot. Sometimes, like, for example, Hidari, he shows up versus Sarada for the Chidori scene in chapter 10, does almost nothing in chapter 11. That's the one he's the cover of. And then the main fight's chapter 12. Like, it tends to be around the thing, but not on the thing. So if anything, if Himawari does this, it might actually be the following chapter where they give her the cover.
Yeah.
Or if she gets the cover now, she might not do anything until the next chapter.
There you go. That's your answer, Ood.
Well, wait, my answer for why Sumire... okay, well...
It is your answer, Oodie. So now we can get Angus's answer.
I gave you the honors. I gave you the honors to answer it.
Oh, I'm glad that you did that, Bozo. I'm glad that was from you.
Well, he's speaking on my behalf.
We already got Oodie's answer, so next person's answer.
He's my attorney. He's speaking for me.
Well, okay, so keeping in mind what Kamui's answer from Mozone for Mozone was, so Mozone, with that in mind, what did Sumire do in the previous or next chapter, after or before the Hidari fight?
I can't remember which chapter that was, to be honest. because like I know she was on a
Hidari's
couple.
fight.
Yeah,
Hidari's
you know
fight,
the
is
one
like
where
chapter 11?
Sumire was the cover photo of.
Oh, let
Is that
me.
chapter 10? Which one was
I
that?
think it's probably around 11, 12, or 13.
'Cause I remember, was it Boruto or I can't remember.
Let me
I gotta
see.
go find it.
So we got
hold on.
Himawari for chapter 10. We got Hidari chapter 11. We got Sumire chapter 12.
Okay, then it's
She
chapter 12.
doesn't.
There you go.
Sumire chapter 12. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
so
see.
what did Sumire do in chapter 11 or 13?
I'm looking for it first. Okay, so she's on this one. Okay, and so what is her purpose in this chapter?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Inform the world.
Maybe did she have any importance in this chapter? Or
Well, that's what I was
the
hoping
series
you
on?
could tell me. I mean,
I'm
Hidari
trying to
shocks
remember. I
her
haven't
for
read the
like 2
chapter
panels.
like over a year, so we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, Hidari shocks her.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is some kind of symbolism behind this because sometimes they can do that on the cover.
What symbolism do you think there would be there? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. I'm reading as we speak. I'm just scrolling through it. I don't remember this
Yeah,
chapter.
This is another one. I'm just trying to find out which chapter it is. I have another one I'm looking for.
I
a
think
good
there
one
was
for this.
one with Moegi, like the chapter before or after the Matsuri one, the big one.
Well,
Might
what
have
I'm
been
looking
also
for is a
lower.
particular Mitsuki one,
Okay.
but I gotta see for sure which chapter it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. No, these are volumes. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
I used to have a freaking page for this thing.
Oh, okay. I see.
You do.
All right. So to answer your question,
Yeah.
she on this chapter right here,
Which would
chapter
be
12 is
chapter 12. Yeah.
Chapter 12.
The
yeah,
one with the
chapter
cover
12.
photo.
She is supposed to represent a stand-in for Sakura because she's useless.
Ah. So what?
Yeah.
Why would that make her cover material?
Because they gotta add.
Can you point to an example chapter when Sakura was particularly useless and therefore on the cover?
Yeah, why was it
No,
Tini
she's the
on
new
the chapter
Sakura.
12 cover instead?
She's the new Sakura of this series, so they're gonna show why she's so useless.
Well,
Yeah, but
on that note, why isn't Nishi the cover chapter of every chapter?
good question. He's the real new Sakura.
Well, I'm also curious about what stood out about Mitsuki in chapter 74 when that made him chapter cover. You know, like when Ada comes to the village, Damon fights Boruto and Kawaki. You know that chapter? What stood out about Mitsuki specifically to where he said, yeah, he should be on the chapter cover?
I don't know.
Keep in mind, he had a month to think about this.
Remember Mitsuki's purpose in the whole series is to find his purpose. So him adding
not at
like,
this point of the series, no. That's just not addressed at all.
Yeah.
It's all anime. The manga doesn't address that.
Kamui,
well, he's still
in
the Two Bloom Vortex. He is also still trying to find his purpose. That's why he always looks coolest.
Okay, so come back to specifically chapter 74, considering Mitsuki isn't the chapter cover of every chapter in the whole series.
Oh wait, never mind. Actually, there
look
is
at
something here to
chapter.
it.
So why this chapter and not any
No.
other chapter?
Okay, Kamui, I can answer your question if you don't mind.
Okay.
Well, Kamui, do you mind? Because he did ask you that. If you don't.
He said okay, which I take as he doesn't mind.
Well, maybe that was okay to the minding part.
I mean,
Kamui, do you mind if I answer your question?
I'll throw you a bone, unlike Cho Cho. I don't mind.
Okay. So I think.
Wait, no, actually, no. I do mind. I want you to answer it.
Okay, so answering your question, I think the reason, possibly that he's on the cover is because he looks at Ada for the first time and he falls under her charm spell, and that's when he realizes that he can feel love.
So why wasn't
Possibly.
Chikadai on that cover
I'm not
with
saying
him?
this definitively. I'm saying this possibly.
Yeah, so why not Chikadai?
Nick, because Mitsuki is an artificial being. Shikadai is flesh and blood, regular flesh and blood, just like us. Flesh and blood, just like us.
Okay. What about Delta?
Don't ask. What?
Wasn't that the same
Why are you
chapter?
asking
I'm
stupid
pretty sure that was the
questions?
same chapter, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, Delta's in that same chapter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sakura
it
was in
was
Delta
that
on the
chapter.
cover with
And
Mitsuki.
she is the same type of clone as Mitsuki.
Oh wait, no, she fell in love with Ada way earlier. Do you remember when? Do you remember
Okay, I
when?
guess. Okay, but she also has a scene in this chapter about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this was the first time Mitsuki looked at Ada and fell under her spell. Whereas
was the
Why
first
wasn't
time
Delta
Delta
the
does that.
chapter cover of chapter 6? Was Delta the chapter cover of 69? Oh, she was.
Yeah, she
Is
was.
that the reason why she
question.
was? Not because she was awakened in
Yes.
that chapter, but because she fell in love with Ada in that chapter, right?
Exactly.
Hey,
That's
I got a
exactly
question.
right.
It says that Naruto was the one who taught
She
Boruto.
actually, even better, she flashes her panties this chapter. I think that might
Okay.
be why.
Hmm.
Okay, I got a
said-
really funny one for you.
Hold on, wait. It said that Naruto taught Boruto the Shadow Clone Jutsu, right? So if Naruto is not around, doesn't she have that scroll that she can look at to learn his techniques? You know, the forbidden techniques.
Well,
and stuff?
what suggests she
No.
has that scroll?
Isn't it in her house or something?
No, they make a
No,
note
I
of this
think-
that isn't the case. Remember when Boruto thinks he awakened the Byakugan? Or, it might not be there, but I think it
just
is
that
somewhere else
episode.
actually. It's yeah, it's when Boruto developed some new jutsu. It might be the Byakugan, and he's telling everyone they developed a new jutsu, some crazy jutsu. And then Naruto's asking, "Oh, did you like steal the scroll or something?" And then Boruto doesn't even know what it is. So clearly,
He's like the scroll of what now?
Yeah, what
who would steal
idiot would
that?
steal
And then
that?
Naruto's
And
like,
Shikamaru was
who would
there.
steal that?
Yeah,
That
exactly.
guy was really stupid.
It's a funny scene.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
And
Real quick though,
just
Oodie, you should go to
that definitely
chat.
could not have been you.
So, I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on the importance of this particular chapter cover, and that's in chat here that Oodie's going to go to. So this one in particular,
What chapter?
yeah,
Oh god.
chapter 27's cover right here.
Let me check.
You can check on that.
This is the chapter cover, chapter 27.
I'm just checking.
Bro, if anything, this
Yeah.
feels like a completely different manga to the point of this proves right here there's a different